Charles Edward Anderson. Chuck Berry is an American guitarist, singer and songwriter, and one of the pioneers of rock and roll music. With songs such as Maybelline, Roll Over Beethoven, Rock and Roll Music and Johnny B. Jeffrey Scott. Jeff Tweedy is an American songwriter, musician, record producer, best known as the leader of the bands Wilco, Tweedy, Golden Smog, Loose Fur, and Uncle Tupelo. Lucinda Williams is an American rock, folk, blues, and country music singer and songwriter. She recorded her first albums in 1978 and 1980 in a traditional country and blues style and received very little attention from radio, the media, or the public. Louis Allen Lou Reed was an American musician, singer, and songwriter. After serving as guitarist, vocalist, and principal songwriter of the Velvet Underground, his solo career spanned several decades. George Ivan Van Morrison, Obi, is a Northern Irish singer-songwriter and musician. His live performances at their best are described as mystical and transcendental, while some of his recordings, such as the studio albums Astral Weeks and Mdance and the live album It's Too Late to Stop Now, are critically acclaimed. Patricia Jean Patty Griffin is an American Grammy Award-winning singer-songwriter and musician. Known for her stripped-down songwriting style centered on the folk music genre, her songs have been covered by a host of musicians including Emmylou Harris, Ellis Paul, Rory Block, Dave House, and the Dixie Chicks. U2 are an Irish rock band from Dublin. Formed in 1976, the group consists of Bono, The Edge, Adam Clayton, and Larry Mullen Jr. U2's early sound was rooted in post-punk but eventually grew to incorporate influences from many genres of popular music. Holland's Dozier. So Holland is a songwriting and production team made up of Lamont Dozier and brothers Brian and Eddie Holland. The trio wrote, arranged and produced many songs that helped define the Motown sound in the 1960s. David Bowie is an English singer, songwriter, multi-instrumentalist, record producer, arranger, and actor. He is also a painter and collector of fine art. Bowie has been a major figure in the world of popular music for over 4 decades, and is renowned as an innovator, particularly for his work in the 1970s. Willie Hugh Nelson is an American singer-songwriter, musician, guitarist, author, poet, actor, and activist. The critical success of the album Shotgun Willie, combined with the critical and commercial success of Red-Headed Stranger and Stardust, made Nelson one of the most recognized artists in country music. Stevland Hardaway Morris, known by his stage name Stevie Wonder, is an American musician, singer, songwriter, record producer, and multi-instrumentalist. A child prodigy, he has become one of the most creative and loved musical performers of the late 20th century. Paul Frederick Simon is an American musician, actor and singer-songwriter. Simon's fame, influence, and commercial success began as part of the duo Simon Garfunkel, formed in 1964 with musical partner Art Garfunkel. Randall Stewart. Randy Newman is an American singer-songwriter, arranger, composer, and pianist who is known for his distinctive voice, mordant pop songs, and for film scores. Since the 1980s, Newman has worked mostly as a film composer. Prince Roger Nelson, known by his mononym Prince, is an American singer-songwriter, multi-instrumentalist, and actor. A major figure in popular music for over 3 decades, Prince is renowned as an innovator and is widely known for his eclectic work, flamboyant stage presence and wide vocal range. Roberta Joan Joni Mitchell, CC, is a Canadian singer-songwriter and painter. Mitchell began singing in small nightclubs in Saskatchewan and Western Canada and then busking in the streets and dives of Toronto. Elvis Costello is an English singer-songwriter. He began his career as part of London's pub rock scene in the early 1970s and later became associated with the first wave of the British punk and new wave movement of the mid to late 1970s. Brian Douglas Wilson is an American musician, singer, songwriter, and record producer best known for being the multitasking leader and co-founder of the rock band The Beach Boys. Leonard Norman Cohen, C.C. Cook is a Canadian singer-songwriter, musician, poet, and novelist. His work has explored religion, politics, isolation, sexuality, and personal relationships. Cohen has been inducted into both the Canadian Music Hall of Fame and the Canadian Songwriters Hall of Fame, as well as the American Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Sir James Paul McCartney MBE is an English singer-songwriter, multi-instrumentalist, and composer. With John Lennon, George Harrison, and Ringo Starr, he gained worldwide fame as a member of the Beatles, one of the most popular and influential groups in the history of pop music. His songwriting partnership with Lennon is one of the most celebrated of the 20th century. Thomas Allen Tom Waits is an American singer-songwriter, composer, and actor. Waits has a distinctive voice, described by critic Daniel Dirchholtz as sounding like it was soaked in a vat of bourbon, left hanging in the smokehouse for a few months, and then taken outside and run over with a car. Bruce Frederick Joseph Springsteen is an American singer-songwriter, guitarist and humanitarian. He is best known for his work with his E Street Band. Nicknamed the Boss, Springsteen is widely known for his brand of poetic lyrics, Americana working class, sometimes political sentiments centered on his native New Jersey, and his lengthy and energetic stage performances, with concerts from the 1970s to the present decade running over 3 hours in length. Neil Young is a singer-songwriter, musician, film score composer, film producer, film director, actor and screenwriter. Bob Dylan is an American singer-songwriter, artist, and writer. He has been influential in popular music and culture for more than 5 decades. Much of his most celebrated work dates from the 1960s, when his songs chronicled social unrest, although Dylan repudiated suggestions from journalists that he was a spokesman for his generation.
We'll be right back.